To the right, I'm not sure if that's the homo shit right there.
See, these rappers have said, like, if you ever out me, you're gonna get murdered the next day, and I'm like, that's hot. Like, I love that.
And then there's to the left, I'm not sure if there's some sacrifice shit going on right there.
What's good? It's your boy, and I'm back with another installment of Black Mirrors TV. Please make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe, because I am heavily shadow banned over here on YouTube, man. Now, with that being said, we're going to be breaking down the sexual assault allegations of Chris Stokes. I want y'all to listen to some of this commentary by Raz B himself, who claims that this was the case. And I talked about this since day one on this platform, that these things take place as far as in the industry, as far as mind control, manipulation, and to pretty much be used as blackmail, you know, and to be able to blackball you from the industry if you do not continue with these, you know, satanic sexual rituals. All right, because sex magic is something of Aleister Crowley, and it's a ritual that you can perform, and it's usually done on little children, all right, little boys, all right, sodomy. And Chris Stokes is a prime example of that. You know, he would get kids anywhere from 10 to 12 years old, maybe even 13, and B2K was prone to that activity. And you have Marcus Houston, who was taken advantage of. And you know, it's just a sad thing that involves these kids, you know, because their parents might have given up on them or let them stay with Chris Stokes at an early age. You know, we've seen the same thing with Justin Bieber when he was with P. Diddy for like 48 hours or something like that. And it's just pretty sick, if you ask me, for your parents who should be there to comfort you and take care of you and to shield you from devils, advocates, and people who are demonic, and just these things that can pretty much transform you into something wicked, to protect you from that. But they pretty much just giving you up in the arms of Satan, you know what I'm saying, and selling you to the industry. Or they might have vices and be on drugs and alcohol and being taken advantage of by these managers like Chris Stokes or P. Diddy. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, it's really crazy how this industry gets down to be able to take advantage of the little kids, which are the next generation, you know what I'm saying, of the world. So we're going to be listening to these videos, and I want y'all to decipher them, you know, with your discernment, and then we're going to be breaking down Chris Stokes.
Me and Boog was in a room together. Chris Stokes put us in a room together and made us do stuff together. You feel me? Me and Jarrell Houston. You're not gonna sweep anything under the rug. I was molested by Chris Stokes and Marcus Houston, and that's the truth. Period.
And that's the truth, and you can say that for you. I just think it gets kind of messy when you got to put other people's truth out there. I don't think that's your place to judge other people.
Well, my truth is the fact that Chris Stokes had me and Jarrell Houston in a room sucking each other's dick. My truth is that, hold on, Judy, hold on. I got a problem with Fizz, because Fizz was the first person to take it in his fucking asshole, and he want to make it seem like I'm a motherfucking homo, like I'm crazy, and like there's a problem, like I did something to him. I never did anything to nobody. Some tapes got out, and we all know what that was about. Obviously, it was in God's will. I can't protect Boog when he gonna set me up, and he knew about the meeting at Mike Conception's house and in Compton. You know, I'm trying to protect Chris, Marcus, Omari, y'all. Everybody have respect for everybody's family, but don't nobody show no love or respect for me. I never really said, Raz, I really got your back, thank you, because you know what, Boog, I mean...
Next album, the next day you look up, you know, Raz B, you know, Signs of Tequila. It's always something, you know, going on out there. And then this stuff pops back up, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, I need to put this shit to bed, you know what I'm saying? I'm writing a book just to kind of like, you know, write my basic instructions before leaving Earth, you know what I'm saying? I'm dedicated to helping children. And that should be my therapy, man. If you're interested in writing a book with me, or you want to write a book and get your story out, man, it could be a fiction or non-fiction. I got some really cool people, no jiving. You actually really make some money from the thing, and I'll support your story. Maybe make a comment, maybe write a chapter in it, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? But we could definitely do something, man. I'm willing to help support you too, because what I've noticed, like, repent means to turn things around. And everybody that I've ran into, they even tell me that Chris owes me. I can name about 4 or 5 different names. The list goes on of different people that Chris owes money. You know what I'm saying? Cassius Weathersby, You know, Mari Mora, who played in, you know.
You know Cassius, dude?
I know Cassius very well, very well. A lot of people don't know, but Cassius strangled Taz. You know what I'm saying? Because she lied on Cassius, and Cassius been around. Cassius know the truth. I just did a project with Cassius like last week. I helped Cassius raise about $300,000. He'll tell you for a movie called Rhythm. So a lot of people don't know. I stay connected. I stay in the game, and a lot of these people. What I was about to say, a lot of these people. I'm like the cleanup man. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm running into all of Chris's records of his past, and I'm like the one out of the family that's actually really the man. Like you saved my family the first time, and here it is. I'm coming to save them because before there was B2K, Chris came and got me. I was that light. I was that Holy Spirit. You know them. They're dark. They need something to pray on. They need another light to pray on. You were that light at that time. At this time, I was that light. And then, of course, they moved me out the way, and they went to grab Amari because they felt Amari would actually go along with their ritual, satanic, cult, like following, arguing type of manipulating type of stuff that they got over there. And I'm not with it. So when it's all said and done, it's a spiritual warfare. We're in our last days, Quentin. You feel what I'm saying? And they can choose to be over there with them devil worshippers and walk around as little devils, and we can choose to stay over here with God and be taken care of. Because guess what? You eat good. You know what I'm saying? You got a place to stay, and God loves you. You talking about, was his name? Was the kid? Did Chris ever say what case that he was? Well, the case of molestation case that he beat. Did he say the kid's name of the kid, or he just said that he like when he was around you?
He never told me the kid's name. He just said he was going to be the case. He told me he had to go to court. He was going to be the case. He said, I have to go to court, but I'm going to beat it. He said, there's a molestation case against me, but I'm going to beat it.
Where was this molestation case at?
It was in LA. It was in California.
So he must have got this shit expunged somewhere and erased somewhere. How old were you when he told you this?
I was 12 years old.
Jesus Christ, and he didn't think you was going to remember this shit?
I remember everything, man. Everything that happened to me with that bullshit, that fucking fucked up life I did with the motherfuckers, I remember.
And I came to live with Chris when I was 13.
I know, man. I saw your video. I know.
Crazy, huh? Shit crazy.
I was 13. I was 13 when I lived with Chris. I met Chris when I was 12. Came to sign when he signed me to.
You moved in with him after that. He wanted you to move in, huh?
Yeah, I had to.
Yep.
I had a manager before he was my manager.
He got rid of that manager, didn't he?
He did not want that manager involved with
Yep, because he didn't want that manager to see what Chris Stokes' hidden agenda is. Chris Stokes, man.
My manager, bro. He got rid of that nigga. His name is Alan Walker. My manager was Alan Walker. He got rid of that nigga. And me and my mama laid on the bed. That nigga helped me for years. And me and my mama cried because that motherfucker put money into me. And we cried because I could no longer have him as a nigga. And I love this nigga. That was like a daddy figure to me. But I couldn't have him no more. Because Chris said, if you want to get time with me, you got to not have, you can't have no other party. So I released him. Me and my mama, my attorney had wrote a letter to my manager and told him that. And me and my mama laid on the bed and cried.
Man, at least you had your mom somewhere there, man. I didn't have my mom, and Chris took advantage of my mom because she was on drugs at the time, so he had her meet her at the hotel, dress her up for the week, put her in the hotel just for that time being, you know what I'm saying, just to serve that purpose.
I didn't have my mom at the time either. I had my mama, but then my mama had the money started getting, and she started doing her thing, and she loved me. She went back home and left me with that motherfucker. And he had all access to me. That motherfucker did everything he wanted to do. Had everybody. Man, I'll never forget. I don't know if you know a girl named K-Ball?
Yep, I know K-Ball. I know K-Ball.
Oh my God. My nigga, you need to come to Dallas, or I need to come to you. We need to sit and talk to
Yo,
each other.
hey, yo, check this out. Yo, check this out. Quentin, check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Dude, I used to live in Arlington, California. My son is in Dallas right now.
My nigga, you need to come down here. My nigga, we need to talk. We really need to connect, dude. On some real shit, dude.
That shit crazy,
And we
man.
need to like really talk about this shit. And we need to let this shit be known. And fuck, if nothing happens out of it, you know what I'm saying? Because God gonna handle it. If anything, we need to work together. Because I know right now, I'm dealing with some people in Atlanta. I know I'm gonna come back out. And I know my shit's gonna be popping. We need to talk, dude. And we need to connect.
Done, man.
This motherfucker is doing. Do you not know that Chris has been blacklisted in the industry for years?
Yeah, I know that. I know that. I know that.
Do you not know that Martin Fusion's been doing 5 albums for years and he ain't selling shit?
Yeah, I know. I know.
Oh my God, my nigga, I'll be on you, dude. And they think I'm some dumb nigga that's sitting here in Texas that's just sleep. My nigga, I'm finna wake you motherfuckers up. You sleep? You think I'm asleep? I'm finna wake you all up, you know. I laid there on the floor. Chris was on the bed. Marcus was right there next to me. Once he tried to penetrate me, and then I told him I was bleeding. I said, it hurts. Wow, what the fuck? It hurt, dude. It hurt. It hurt me. I'm a kid. So he was like telling me that it's okay. So I was like, okay, it's okay. He put his dick in my booty hole, bro. And fucked me, my nigga. With Chris laying on the bed, watching with the big ass polo, teddy bear, and the big ass pillows on the bed, fucking me and watching. That shit not cool, bro.
Are you talking about the same room with the burgundy stuff in there?
What?
Was at the time when you was in the room, was the couch like red burgundy, like the burgundy couch? Was it burgundy? No, it was blue.
It was his bedroom.
Chris's room.
And I was laying outside the bedroom. I was in Chris's bedroom. He had big ass polo pillows, and he had a polo teddy
Chris
bear
got the couch
with a
red.
polo shirt on the teddy bear.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was laying out.
Are you talking about did Chris have? Are you talking about that wooden bed Chris had, that real high wooden bed?
Yes, nigga.
Yeah, I know about that bed. Hey, on the side of that bed, on the left of it, was it that little glass jar with the change in it, and the little like futon?
Oh my God.
Was there a little?
How do you know about that? Because you were younger than me.
Huh?
How do you know about that? I said, how do you know about that? You were younger than me, so how do you know about that?
Quentin, I'm trying to tell you, I walked through the same thing what you walked through. That first time that Marcus ever put his dick in my booty was in that room too.
So Marcus fucked you too?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God.
That happened like, I believe that happened like twice. Like once there, and then like one time like in Vegas, it was like me, Marcus, and Chris. And like that shit.
And when I told Taz about the shit, she didn't believe me. And I told her, I said he has a black mole on his left nut.
You talking about Chris's dick?
What?
You talking about Marcus or Chris's dick?
I'm talking about Marcus's dick.
Yeah.
He has a black mole on his nut.
Yeah, he's not circumcised, and he's not circumcised either.
Marcus Houston is not circumcised, no.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. He's not.
And he asked me to suck his dick. I told him no. I wasn't going to do that shit. But he wanted me to. Why Chris
Man, I'm sorry.
Then Chris being, me and Marcus being in the showers, he arranged everything. It was so crazy, bro.
Yeah, Chris did the same shit. Chris would try to work through the kids and work through Marcus because he already got Marcus at a young age, and he would work through Marcus to see. Shit is sick. Man, you sick. You know what? This the type of stuff that makes me upset.
That's nasty.
I didn't know what was going on. Them motherfuckers was in there fucking or something, but they was in the bathroom. I remember on the tour bus. Oh my God, we was in the far back. You know, in the back of the tour bus is the main room.
Yeah, I mean, yep. Everything that you talking about, Quentin, I used to walk through the same shit. Chris used to have me have sex. I used to have to fuck Chris all the time. To where it was like, man, this shit's like, it's not even, this shit is nasty, my nigga. I'm really looking at this nigga like, this nigga really is gay. Like, this nigga really do like this shit, and I have to participate and do this shit. When can I stop? He's what you call an incest perpetrator, dog. Someone that's close to you, that's like a father figure that will just fucking straight mislead you and take advantage of you. Got platinum plaques and tell you you're not gonna do this if you're not gonna do this. You can't be here if you don't do this. And well, this certain level, and then I don't know where the fuck my mind was. You know what I mean? It's a straight mind fuck control. Real talk. It was a straight manipulation.
They tried to manipulate me. They tried to get me brainwashed. It didn't work for me.
Nah, I got out too. It didn't work for me either, homie.
Since it didn't work for me, they got me out the fucking camp. My nigga, they threw I remember going to, I think it was,
Let me guess, they threw your shit out somewhere.
Yeah, they did. They did it.
They threw my, guess what?
Off the walls. It was on Cahuenga Boulevard.
Cahuenga or Tahunga Boulevard, the old office, the old Get Hooked office.
My nigga, yes.
Tahunga and Ventura.
I went through that shit because old girl from 702 went back and said some shit.
Who you talking about?
Iris?
You talking about the dark skinned girl?
Iris, the light skinned one.
You talking about Jamila? I already know. That's why I said I got this. Jamila.
Yeah, Jamila.
Yeah, man. We share.
This shit is crazy.
I mean, you ever?
I know that I'm gonna be okay, dude. I do my function.
So when you say Chris made you settle, when you say Chris made you settle, like what did Chris have you settle with? Like he tried to give you some money, or he made you sign some gag order or paper?
Chris didn't give me shit, bro. It was just done.
Did he ever threaten?
He told my record company that I could not sing no more. He told my record company I couldn't sing, I was forgetting my words, which was bullshit. I was the best fucking singer in that camp. Told them, they dropped me, dude. It was over.
Now, I know that was very disturbing, and very, very nasty and disgusting, as far as the allegations that were, talked about. And, it's one thing if one person is saying it's bad enough, right? But when you have multiple people, which you've seen Raz B talking on the phone with multiple people about the situation and what transpired with them, and pretty much comparing similarities of their stories, and them both checking out and going through the same thing, around the same age. So it's like, in the one conversation, he's like, well, how do you know about that? And you know about that person? And oh, you know this person? Oh, you know the bedroom and what it looks like and all this stuff? Because Raz B is like, well, because I've went through the same thing you did. I walked through that fire. I've been through that crap with this sick monster. So it's crazy, man. You got multiple people on here talking about you like that, man. And it pretty much confirmed to me that it's got to be truth to it. It has to be truth to it. I don't remember Chris Stokes coming out as trying to defend his name about it. You know what I mean? And from what I looked at, man, these pedophiles and these crazy looking people have a certain look to them. I never trusted a person who had a thin chin strap beard. Whoever has a thin chin strap beard, usually be on some sus type business in the industry. You know what I'm saying? And it never fails. You know what I mean? And Chris Stokes is just one of those people who fits that description. So, it looks like he changed his image up a little bit. He's lost weight. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? This could be a clone. I don't know. I didn't dig that deep, but let's dive into Chris Stokes. So Christopher B. Stokes, born 1969 or 1970, which is kind of crazy because how you don't know when this man was born right here on the internet. You know what I'm saying? It says born 1969 or 1970. We already off to a bad start. Is an American filmmaker and former record executive. He founded the record label The Ultimate Group, or TUG Entertainment, in 1997, whose roster included B2K, Omarion, Jhené Aiko, Marcus Houston, IMX, and NLT. Among others. He also directed the 2004 dance drama film You Got Served, as well as the direct-to-TV films House Party 4 in 2001. And Somebody Help Me. See, I didn't even know he was that deep in the game like that. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know when this dude is born, bro, which is really crazy. They say he either 55 or 56. I think that goes to show how much power and leverage this dude got in the game, because if they don't really know that much about you, and they putting you out here on the World Wide Web, that goes to show you got some power, man. So Chris Stokes first became connected with film and television through the talent of whom he managed. In 1992, Marcus Houston made his acting debut in the animated comedy film Bebe's Kids and received his big break as a regular on Sister Sister in 1994. All three members of Immature appeared in the film House Party 3 in 1994. Stokes' first film credit came in 2001 as the writer and director of House Party 4, which starred Immature, which by then had transitioned to their new name, IMX. He then served as the writer and director of the 2004 dance film You Got Served, which was commercially successful and starred members of his TUG label. The cast included Houston as well as rapper Lil' Kim. In 2007, Stokes launched a clothing and fashion line, the Christopher Bryant Collection, which debuted at Magic in Las Vegas, February 2007. The line featured Kim Kardashian as the principal spokesmodel and was available at Dash, her Calabasas boutique. Promotional images for the brand featured topless pictures of Kim Kardashian wearing just the Christopher Bryant pants. What a person to have as your spokesmodel. Somebody who's known to have gotten fame by having a sex tape. You know what I'm saying? So it just goes to show what type of people he was around and having be spokespeople for his brand. You know what I'm saying? It goes to show you what type of person he is. He also wrote and directed the horror films Somebody Help Me and Somebody Help Me 2, the first of which made a television premiere on BET on Halloween 2007 and released to DVD the following November. Both were distributed by Vivendi. The company's second feature, No Vacancy, Another Horror, was completed in 2011, and the first of Stokes' films not starred talent from his musical career. It was distributed by Grindstone Lion Gates Home Entertainment. Now, I want to stop real quick because Vivendi is one of those names that I forgot to broadcast in damn near every video talking about these rappers and celebrities, man, because they own damn near every record label that you could think of, okay? Vivendi is one of the people, man. I ain't even gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? Vivendi is one of the people, man. Let me see. In 2000, Vivendi Universal was created from the merger of Group Canal and Seagram Company Ltd., owner of Universal Studios. Vivendi sold 80% of Universal to the later defunct General Electric, GE, owner of NBC, in 2004, forming what is NBC Universal in 2006. It sold off most of the Universal components and its name reverted to Vivendi. GE brought out Vivendi's 20% stake in NBC Universal during Comcast's acquisition of the latter. As of 2021, Vivendi's chairman Yannick Bolloré is also CEO of Havas, which was spun off from Vivendi in 2000. Later became a subsidiary and was spun off again in 2024. From 2021, Vivendi has spun off its fully owned assets in order to become an investment company. The process started with the floating of 60% of Universal Music Group, the world's largest music business, and owned since the creation of Vivendi Universal. In 2024, this process concluded with the spin-off of 3 of its other fully owned assets into 3 companies: Canal Plus Entertainment, Havas Advertising, and Lewis Hatchett Group, Publishing, Distribution, and Travel Retail. Other investments include stakes in Banijay and Media for Europe. Okay, these folks is big powerhouses in the game. You understand me? You know what I'm saying? These folks got a hand in everything. You know what I'm saying? Construction, environment, studios. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to like put that in there as a side note, who these people really got ties to in the industry, because having ties to Vivendi, man, is pretty wild. I mean, but it comes with it because, like I said, Vivendi is one of those powerhouses who have a huge stakehold in the industry, man. All right. Now, it'll make sense too, because I believe Vivendi is like French in nature. And we know how the French people get down. They pretty much playing with your booty, you know what I'm saying, off rip, which makes sense why a lot of these folks is turned out in the industry. All right. Now, also in 2001, Stokes returned to the dance battle genre with the dance drama Battlefield America, starring Houston, Gary Anthony Sturgis, and Lynn Whitfield. The film also follows a young businesswoman or a businessman whose community service obligations require him to turn a group of misfit kids into a dance team. In 2018, Stokes signed a 3-picture deal with Viacom for its film We Belong Together, Running Out of Time, and Fall Girls. The former launched BET Network's original movie franchise by premiering simultaneously on BET and BET Her, produced by Chris Stokes' Footage Films production company. In August 2019, BET Plus announced their legal thriller Sacrifice to be written, directed, and produced by Stokes, and to star Paula Patton. In May 2020, Stokes' new musical series Howard High, starring Marcus Houston, debuts on subscription-based platform Urban Flix TV. In 2020, BET Plus acquired Trigger, directed by Stokes. It is set to be released this summer as a BET original on their streaming platform. That same year, the company released Always and Forever, directed by Stokes and starring Lauren London, Cynthia Ade Robinson, Deborah Aorind, Roxy Diaz, Wood Harris, and Loretta Devine. In September 2020, BET Plus launched Sacrifice into a television series, ordering 10 episodes to be written, directed, and produced by Stokes. Stokes announced in 2021 that Footage Films was greenlit to produce a new series, Foster Law, for the black streaming network Urban Flix. In 2023, Stokes released his 3rd installment of The Stepmother, marking the first 3 movie franchise in Tubi's history. Each film following Elizabeth Carter, Erica Mena's escaped to find the perfect family, and stars recurring Stokes cast members including Houston. Tubi then released 4 new original black cinema thrillers by Stokes in 2023. The Assistant, Best Friend, You're Not Alone, and No Way Out. Now let's get into these sexual assault allegations by this man. All right. Now in December 2007, Stokes was accused of sexual assault by his cousin, B2K member Demario Rasby Thornton. Now I didn't even know they was cousins, man. That's crazy. See, that's where that ancestral demonic entity spirit comes in, because it just jumps from one person to the next person to the next person, and then they believe that they can control you through mind control and blackmailing by doing this to you, especially at a young tender age that these kids were at, to then get you to be on that same type of time. You know what I'm saying? And it was said that Marcus Houston was on that type of time, having Raz B do things to him and wanted to do more things to him. And it's just like, you know, they trying to pass that demonic energy over to the next generation. You know, and that's pretty much how they do it, simple and plain. Now, alleged to have happened while Stokes was managing the group and Thornton was 11 or 12 years old. B2K group member Omarion defended Stokes, calling the allegations untrue. Stokes denied any wrongdoing, calling the accusations ridiculous, and saying all the allegations they made are false. The following day, Thornton retracted the allegations and apologized to Stokes, though Thornton's brother Ricardo implied the retraction was coerced and that Thornton will come back around. In July 2008, Vibe magazine published an article in which singer Quindon Tarver, once signed to Stokes' TUG label, alleged he had been sexually abused by Stokes for 4 years, beginning at the age 12. Stokes called the accusations from both Thornton and Tarver a cry for attention and denied the allegations. Man, I don't see how somebody could just make up a story like this, right? And just pretty much like throw your name under the bus like that. You see what I'm saying? Now, let's get into who this guy Quindon Tarver is. All right. In 2008, Tarver DeMario Quindon Dan Tarver, August 4th, 1982, April 1st, 2021, was an American singer. He was best known for his covers of Prince's When Doves Cry and Rosala's Everybody's Free for the 1996 film William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. All right. In 2008, Tarver and DeMario Thornton, a former member of B2K, spoke publicly in an interview with Vibe magazine about abuse they suffered as children at the hands of their manager and producer Chris Stokes. In 2010, Thornton covertly recorded a conversation with Tarver where both men discussed details of their abuse, which I heard early on in this video, of which Tarver had disclosed details of sexual encounters with famous R&B singer Marcus Houston from the 90s R&B group Immature, also known as IMX. The tape's online release prompted Tarver to make a statement that had not consented to the conversation being made public. In a 2017 interview, Tarver said that he had not been able to enjoy the initial success of his career due to his abuse as a child in the music industry. In 2019, Tarver publicly came out as gay. Now, and that's what I mean, right? So that's what I mean when I say people get turned out in the industry, and a lot of these folks don't be don't be gay like out the rip, and there's no problem with you being gay, straight, non-binary, a part of the LGBTQ. You are who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's all love over here on this platform. We don't discriminate or hate nobody. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to make that clear. You know what I mean? Now moving forward, it's like these folks don't be like that when they come into the game. And you coming in the game at 11, 10, 11, 12 years old, and you having this done to you, and you thinking it's okay, and then you wake up one day like, this is not okay. This hurts. This is disgusting. This feels like not right. And then years down the line, you come out the closet. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, like, they made him like that. They groomed him to be like that. They passed that evil demonic entity to him. You see what I'm saying? Who's to say that he would have been not gay if this was not to happen to him? You know what I'm saying? Could have grew up to be a strong straight male or whatever. But it's just like, when things like this happen to you, what you expect gonna happen? Because you could tell in his voice that he had, some sugar in his tank, no disrespect to him, but you could tell that he had that flamboyant like type of tone when he was talking to Raz B on the phone. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, damn, man, that's so sad that this had to happen to these kids. And I just apologize that they had to go through this. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel so sad for them and their families for this taking place, because nobody should have to go through this, man. You know what I'm saying? Now it says that Tarver was killed in an auto accident in Dallas, Texas. I believe that's where he stayed on April 1st, 2021 at the age of 38. The crash occurred on the President George Bush Turnpike. According to the Texas Department of Public Safety, a 2003 Lexus truck, the center struck the. A 2003 Lexus struck the center barrier and struck another guardrail. Tarver later died at a nearby hospital. Damn, that's crazy. Now, who's to say? Because we know how these folks play, man. Who's to say that this wasn't a hit sent out on dude because he spoke out too much? Now, people will probably say, well, why would they do that? Because Raz B out here about to go back on tour with B2K. B2K got all back together and stuff like that. So, like, why would they take him out and not take out Raz B? That's a good question. I really don't know, but that's how it goes sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he got back into good graces by doing some strange things for a piece of change to get back into B2K's good graces and things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's not possible for you to do that. Anything is possible when you've already gone through the gauntlet. You know what I'm saying? They're probably going to put you through hell for you to get back on good terms. But yeah, I don't see why not. But yeah, this is how the game is played, man. That's crazy, man. Rest in peace to Tarver, man, to Quindon Dan Tarver, man. And we know that car crash equals out to rebirth ritual in the gematria calculator. Not only that, we also know that 38 is a number for murder. I might have to look into this, man, a little bit deeper and do a gematria breakdown, man. Let me know if y'all want to see that in the comment section below. Also, just a reminder, make sure that y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe on this video. All right, let me know if y'all feeling the content. Let me know if y'all digging what I'm putting out. You know what I'm saying? Also, give me any suggestions on videos that you would like to see in the future. That's going to be pretty much doing it for this video on Chris Stokes, you know what I'm saying, being exposed for these sexual allegations by B2K's Raz B, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to the family member who sent that cash app that wanted to see this breakdown. If y'all want any personalized video requests that you want to see me break down personally, go ahead and hit the cash app at $ Black Mirrors TV, $ Black Mirrors TV, man, and I will get right on that video, man. I appreciate all the love and support that y'all showed on that last video with Erykah Badu, man. That's going crazy. And we can see clearly as well too that, you know, he has the chessboard pattern in the outfits. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much all I needed to see. The way that he's sitting in some of these poses is just giving out, you know, Saucy Santana vibes. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, he's not the only one doing this. You know, there's a lot of people that are executives, CEOs that say, hey, you can't get to the next level if you don't do this. You can't get to the next level if you don't go to this party or this event or go in the room with this person or that person. You know what I'm saying? The industry is a big spider web covered in all of this mess, man. So that's going to be doing it, man. I'll see y'all on the next video. It's been a pleasure as always. It's your boys Black Mirrors TV coming at you with another installment. I'll see y'all on the next video, man. Y'all stay humble, y'all stay hungry, and I'm out. Peace.